The mind's cage. Aryan was a young man with immense potential, but his mind was his greatest enemy. He overthought everything, his past mistakes, his uncertain future, and even trivial matters that most people ignored. His mind was like a never-ending storm, filled with what-ifs and should I have. He would lie awake at night, replaying conversations, analyzing every word and expression, worrying about things that never even happened. His friends admired his intelligence, but they noticed his hesitation, his fear of making the wrong decision. One day, he sat by the riverbank, watching the water flow. His grandfather, an old man with wise eyes, joined him and said, "Aryan, why do you look so troubled?" Aryan sighed. "Dadaji, my mind never stops thinking. I always worry, about the future, about my choices. What if I fail? What if I disappoint everyone? What if I make the wrong decision?" His grandfather picked up a pebble and threw it into the river. "Do you see that pebble, Aryan?" "Yes, watch what happens." Aryan saw the pebble sink and the ripples spread. Within moments, the water became calm again. "Our thoughts are like ripples," his grandfather said. "We overthink, and our mind gets disturbed. But if we let go, peace returns. The question is, are you holding on to the pebble or letting it sink?" The weight of the unseen chains. Aryan wanted to stop overthinking, but it wasn't easy. His mind was like a machine running at full speed. He analyzed everything before making a move. Even small decisions, like choosing a book to read, felt overwhelming. One day, he met an old monk named Rishi Baba while traveling to the mountains. Seeing Aryan's troubled face, the monk asked, "What burdens your heart, young man?" Aryan hesitated but then poured out his thoughts. "I overthink everything. I feel like my mind is my prison." The monk smiled. "Come with me." He led Aryan to a small hut and handed him a cup filled to the brim with water. "Now, walk around the hut without spilling a single drop." Aryan carefully took slow steps, his entire focus on keeping the water steady. After completing the round, he sighed in relief. Rishi Baba asked, "What were you thinking about while walking?" "Nothing," Aryan admitted. "I was just focused on not spilling the water." The monk nodded. When your mind is truly engaged in the present, there is no space for overthinking. You were not worrying about tomorrow or yesterday. You were just here, in the now. That moment changed something inside Aryan. He realized that overthinking was a habit he had built over time, but he could break free by learning to focus on the present. The battle within Aryan returned home with renewed determination. However, breaking the cycle of overthinking was harder than he expected. Every time he tried to focus, his mind pulled him back into worry. One night, feeling frustrated, he visited his old martial arts teacher, Master Dev. "I feel stuck," Aryan admitted. "I know I should stop overthinking, but I keep slipping back." Master Dev handed him a wooden sword. "Let's fight." Aryan hesitated. "But I don't know how." "Just do your best." As they sparred, Aryan was slow and hesitant, trying to predict Master Dev's next move instead of reacting instinctively. Within seconds, he was on the ground. Master Dev laughed. "Overthinking slows you down. You're trying to calculate everything instead of being in the moment. Life is like a battle. You cannot predict every move. You must learn to trust yourself." Aryan understood. His overthinking wasn't protecting him, it was holding him back. The art of letting go. Determined to change, Aryan started practicing mindfulness. He meditated, focused on his breathing, and reminded himself, "I am here, now." Whenever his mind started overanalyzing, he asked himself, "Is this thought helping me or hurting me? Can I control this situation? If not, why am I worrying about it?" Slowly, he started letting go. He took more chances, made decisions with confidence, and learned that mistakes were a part of growth. One day, his friend asked, "Aryan, you seem different. You don't hesitate like before." Aryan smiled. "I realized that life is too short to be trapped in my own mind. Overthinking doesn't solve problems, it only creates them." The freedom of the present. Years later, Aryan became a motivational speaker, helping others break free from their own mental prisons. He shared his story, the lessons from his grandfather, Rishi Baba, and Master Dev. He taught people that overthinking is a battle, but the secret to winning is simple: focus on the present, trust yourself, and let go of what you can't control. Standing on a stage in front of thousands, Aryan ended his speech with the words, "Your mind is a powerful tool, but don't let it become your prison. Free yourself by living in the now. And with that, Aryan walked off the stage, not worrying about how the audience would react, because he was finally free. The end.